Welcome back. It's time to get moving and get your house ready for all those holiday guests. Jennifer Ackerman Haywood of CraftSanity.com and the Grand Rapids Press is here to share some last-minute decorating ideas. And already I'm excited about these ideas, Jennifer.
You know, I was looking for paper supplies at the local craft stores. I couldn't make paper making. I couldn't find the supplies. I was looking for paper linters, and I decided, okay, how can we improvise?
Yes.
And it's always fun to improvise because today we are using Kleenex.
I love it.
This is not recycled Kleenex. I do a lot of crafting with recycled things. Don't recycle your Kleenex.
Use the fresh ones.
Yeah, use the fresh ones. You got to draw the line somewhere, folks. Okay, I'm using these great cookie molds from houseonthehill.com, and you can also, this works with rubber stamps as well.
Okay.
But we're using the cookie molds, and there's still time to order these if you want to give a gift. And I try to, there's not a lot of Christmas molds on the table here because I like to give people gifts they can use all year long.
Yes.
And so what we're going to do, you have a mold here.
Yes, I have a little flower.
And this is what we're working toward, folks. This is a little tag. You can put this on a wine bottle if you're going to give it.
You cannot see this fully on TV, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's what we're doing is we're pressing that tissue down into that mold so you get a 3D effect.
And this is, it came out of this mold here, and we're going to get started.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so you take your mold, you work on a towel.
Yep.
Put just a piece of Kleenex. You want to cut it, just tear a piece that's bigger than the mold. You want that deckled edge. And then just take a paintbrush and press that right in. And if it gets a little wrinkled, it doesn't matter because the layers are going to stick to each other.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, I did some experimenting with this, and I thought I was going to have to mix in something to make it adhere.
Mod Podge
or something. But then I was worried I wouldn't be able to use the cookie molds for actual cookies.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't want to do that. So you just want to poke it in, and then you keep adding layers.
Yep.
Okay. And if you need more water, you can, and don't be afraid to use a lot of water. That's why you want to make sure you have a towel there.
Yep.
Just keep adding layers.
Yep.
And I have one here that's ready to come off the mold.
Yeah, because you're going to let this dry thoroughly then.
Well, actually, you don't have to let it dry. You don't.
Really?
No, don't let it dry on the mold. I mean, it's not like going to cause a problem if you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But we're not going to get into a debate here about whether or not we let it dry.
Jennifer.
What you do is you tear when you get done. I put my finger, just my finger along the edge, and just pull it very gently because you want that deckled edge.
Which is the little torn edge.
Yeah, the torn edge.
Or torn.
Yeah, so it just looks kind of, a little rustic here.
That so that we can see.
And so here's what I have. I've just torn the edge here, and then I'm going to peel this off. And as you can see, this is the exciting part.
Yes, because you get the ta-da moment.
Yeah.
Again, you guys, you can't see this thoroughly on TV.
And then what you do, you let them dry, and I just use a cookie, just a drying rack for cookie making. And then once you get them dry, you can take, like this is one of the grapes that is not colored in, and I'm just using my kids' markers.
Yeah, you don't even need paint.
They bleed, just so you know, this will bleed.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you, and when they're dry, it's not as bad. I was painting them, or coloring them last night when they were still wet.
Yeah.
They're bleeding all over the place. But you just color them in, and people can know what that, and then it just ends up like this. You can use to make them harder and just so they're not going to come apart.
Yeah.
You can put Mod Podge, or you could spray them with acrylic.
To firm them up a little bit.
Yeah, just spray it with a top coat. And then what I did here is I just took a piece of envelope and cut a little tag.
A gift
and
tag.
then just glued it with Elmer's glue on there. It's very simple, and what I'm trying to encourage people to do is work with what they have. If you don't have cookie molds, try it with rubber stamps. That works as well. And this is how the cookie molds look when you use them.
They're gorgeous too for gingerbread cookies. Hey, let's quick talk about Sunday's column so people know what to look forward to.
Sunday's column is really a fun read because, if I should say so myself.
Yeah.
No, it's not because of me. It's all because of Bruce Payne. Bruce Payne, he makes soap out of beer. He's a home brewer. Ooh. And I don't really have a taste for beer. I'm more of a wine kind of gal, but let me just tell you, I like to wash my hair with his home brew.
I was going to say you like to eat his soap.
No, I don't eat his soap, but I use it, and it's really fantastic. It's a funny story about how he got into this.
I love it.
Check
that out. Sunday's Grand Rapids Press, and you can find more information on our website at WZZM13.com. Just click on Take 5 links. It's time to grab a gallon of milk and whip up some holiday drinks. When we come back, we're making milkshakes the whole family can enjoy, so stick around, please.